Whoa! These look like little planets and there's stars all over the place. What is this place? Whoa! The moon. It looks especially close tonight. I really want to go see the moon, but I'm a little limited on my jump. What can I do? Oh wait, I have an idea. Let's use that thing. Alright, here we are at the spaceship, but this thing looks a little slippery. I better get inside just to be safe. Okay, here we go, away to the moon. Woohoo! Alright, we've arrived at the moon, and I can get out from here. Great! Jump right onto the moon. It's a little smaller than I imagined, but woohoo, we made it! Alright. Oh no, but my spaceship is too high. Thankfully, I can just summon it with a button. Alright, and we can go back home. That's it for this adventure. Hello my friends, it's Milrev. Welcome back to another tutorial. Today we're going over how to enter spaceships with the press of a button to take control over them, and also, if we get out of the spaceship and land on it or somewhere else, how to summon it back to us with the press of a button so that you don't have to go try to find it or start the game over. These are two very useful things that are a lot of fun, so without further ado, let's get started. I want to start off this video by saying thank you to Dave Nodon. He's an awesome YouTube tutorial maker for Game Builder Garage. Go check out his videos, guys. Subscribe to him. He showed me how to enter the car, which really helped make this tutorial possible. Alright, let's get started. First, we're going to start with the person nodon and a UFO nodon. You want the UFO to be big enough for the person to fit inside, so I made the person a little bit smaller. Have a pretty traditional camera set up with the right stick controls, person with the left stick, as well as B to jump. The first thing we're going to want to do is tell you guys how to get this person inside of the UFO. So to do that, we are going to need a teleporter. Let's go into Launch, Destroy, Attract, and grab a teleport entrance. And this entrance is going to be connected to the person. And then we're going to need the exit. So we'll go grab a teleport exit. And this one is going to go with our UFO. So this is going to allow the person to go into the UFO. So we'll go into the entrance settings. And we're going to have it teleport what? A person. So we're going to have that, turn it invisible, center is just fine. Then we're going to go to the exit over here. And we want the teleport physics to be reset so it sticks inside of it. We have a nice Y+ direction, that's good. We'll turn it invisible. The connection is just fine as well, but we want the launch speed to be about 5. The next thing we're going to want to grab is a touch sensor. So go under sensors and pick up the top one. Now, this one, it's going to matter how big it is, so take a look at your UFO size. Mine is 1.6 for all dimensions. So the touch sensor, we're going to want to make it about 2 for all directions so that it encompasses the entire UFO. This is going to allow us to go into the UFO with the person. We're going to turn the visibility off and keep it on while touched. We're going to be checking for the person to be within the touch sensor. So that all looks good, and we are going to hook this up to our UFO so when the person comes, they'll activate the touch sensor. Once you have this nice birthday cake made, let's go ahead and grab a Y button. We're going to next program how to get into the UFO. So we need to grab an AND nodon saying when the person is inside the touch sensor and presses Y, something is going to change. Whenever something changes, we use the flag nodon for ease of use. So this will turn the flag on. When we want to make a switch, we can just go ahead and plug the flag into the bottom part of the AND, and then we can plug the other AND into this one, and this one into the off switch. So this will allow us to toggle it on and off by pressing the Y button. Once you have this switch set up, go ahead and grab a wormhole entrance. We're going to be using this flag output so many times, this will make it very convenient. Let's put the first wormhole exit over here, connecting it to the teleport function connected to the person. Now we should be able to use the teleport into the UFO. Let's see what this looks like. So we walk up, not press anything until now, Y, and we're inside the UFO. We can't quite control it yet, but that's the next part we're getting into now. So now we need to set up the controls so that we can control the UFO only when we're inside of it. This wormhole entrance is going to come in handy for that. If you look closely at the UFO, you see there's forward, backward, left, right, and up, down. Let's go ahead and start with forward, backward, just to make things easy. So go ahead and pick whatever you want to do for forward and backward. I'm going to go into ZL and ZR. We'll use ZL for backward and ZR for forward. So we'll take this one and turn it into ZR just to make it easy. Then between these, I'm going to summon a wormhole exit for A, and we're going to multiply each of these by the button. So we'll need 2 calculate nodons here. One is for ZL multiplied by the flag, and the other one is for ZR multiplied by the flag as well. ZL needs to be the opposite since it goes backwards. So we're going to grab an inversion nodon. Go ahead and plug this into the inversion nodon, and then we're going to plug both of these into another wormhole entrance. Let's go ahead and just use B. Just like that. And this one will be for our forward and backward. So let's go ahead and put the wormhole exit over here. Change the ID to B. Next, let's do the left and right and up and down together. To make life easier, let's go ahead and grab the left stick movement, up and down, and then we can just copy it. We'll put left and right on top because that's the way it is with the UFO. And we need to grab our flag wormhole exit. So if you remember before, A is the one for our flag, which will allow us to control the UFO. Then we're going to grab a few more calculate nodons, or you can just copy them from before. And similarly to ZLZR, you can put them in the middle. Then we're going to multiply our flag by these, which means when our flag is active, we'll be able to control the UFO. Now, very important, since these are 2 fields of movement, left, right, up, down, we can't put them in the same wormhole entrance. So we're going to have to use 2 different wormhole entrances. Let's go ahead and use C for this top one. Then we'll use D for the up and down movement, the bottom one. Plug the multiplication value in here, and then we'll go to the UFO to put them in there as well. At the UFO, let's go ahead and just copy this one to make life a lot easier. We'll copy it twice. All right, we have everything plugged in and ready. We should be able to control the UFO when we're inside of it now. Let's go ahead and hop in, see what we can do. Awesome, there we go. We got it. We are zooming around in the UFO. All right, the last thing is to be able to summon the UFO, because if we fall out, which is bound to happen, we accidentally press the button, we want to be able to just draw it to us. This is optional, but I feel like it'd be great for a lot of games, so let's show you how to do that. Head into program layout and grab a wormhole exit. We're going to use A, which is our flag, remember? We want to make sure that it's not on when we summon the UFO. We don't want to be inside of it. So we're going to connect it to a not nodon. We also want a button that's going to summon the UFO. So we're going to do the A button. You can do whatever you want. Then we're going to grab an AND nodon to make sure both of these cases are met, and hook the button as well as the not nodon into that one. Of course, next we're going to need a teleporter to teleport the UFO. So we'll grab an entrance and hook it up to the AND nodon. Let's go into the settings, change it to teleport ID B, turn it invisible. Then we're going to turn everything off except for UFO. Center is just fine. Let's go ahead and connect the teleporter to the UFO. If we have an entrance, we also want an exit. So let's grab the teleport exit, and we're going to put this one over by the person. Then we're going to connect it up to him and go into the settings. Change this one invisible. The physics should be reset. We'll put it at the Z-. It seems to work very well with that one. And the launch speed, we'll keep it at 0. Everything else should be fine. And just like that, we should be completely finished with everything, including the summoner. Super easy to make. Now let's test it out. Here we go on our maiden voyage. Let's hop in and fly away. Woohoo! We can go all directions, up and down, left and right, forward and backward. But what happens if we fall out? Oh no, my UFO! It's okay, we can just summon it right again, and it's right there. And we can just hop as much as we want. The Y actually puts us on top because of the directions as well. Very useful for flying. If you made it to this point in the video, I'm guessing you enjoyed the content, so remember to leave a like and comment down below. Also subscribe if you haven't yet. Until next time, Happy adventuring, and God bless.